Hi, I am Ernesto and I will talk about the end of World War II. The event that marked the end of World War II was the so-called D-Day, which happened on June 6, 1944. After that, the US dropped bombs at Japan on August 1945. Just ending the World War II, it began a new war called the Cold War in the year 1947. The D-Day, also called Normandy landings, happened on Tuesday 6 June 1944. It was the largest seaborne invasion in history, with the purpose of breaking free the German-occupied territories. This was a decisive fight in this war, because it opened the way to enter the Nazi capital. This, sooner or later, occasioned the collapse of the empire with Adolf Hitler's suicide. They finally surrendered on May 8, 1945. With the Potsdam Declaration, the US established the defining terms for Japanese surrender, which the Nippon country refused. In consequence of this, the American country dropped 2 nuclear bombs in the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 6th and 9th respectively. After this, Japan formally surrendered on September 2, 1945. It is good to say that these 2 cities were totally destroyed by the bombs, and they are not habitable. The victorious nations of World War II were former Axis powers like Italy, Finland, Romania, Bulgaria, other allied combatant states like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Ethiopia, Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, Philippines, Cuba, occupied countries with governments in exile like France, Poland, Yugoslavia, Greece, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Norway, and Czechoslovakia, but the most benefited nations were the so-called Big Four, which are the United States, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, and the Republic of China. After the war, the 2 main and superpowers were the Soviet Union and the United States, which started the Cold War. A geopolitical tension between these 2 nations, representing each an economic system. The Soviet Union defending the communism and the United States, along with NATO nations, proclaiming capitalism. Besides the conflict, this enhanced the space race, which years later led to the man's arrival to the moon. Now I will present 2 interviews of opinions on communism and capitalism.
Well, what I think of capitalism is that how society works in Mexico, at least, is that the poor get poorer and the rich get richer. And why? Well, we have our freedom to run our own economy. Like if you work for if you work for a multinational company, you are gonna earn more than someone who works like janitor, and that's why it's free, like economic free. I don't know if I'm explaining myself. But the thing that is here that is like not okay to do is that our society is the poor get poorer because they got controlled by the banks that is controlled by the rich. And when I want some money and I don't have that money, I go to a bank ask for a loan, In that bank, how they earn the money is that they get you some interest. Like if you ask for 100 pesos, I'm gonna ask you 20 more pesos that I gave to you. Like you're gonna pay me 120 pesos instead of 100. And capitalism is not okay to do it like Cuba. We know how the situation is in Cuba right now. It's horrible because they don't get the freedom like we do. They get all paid the same. Like a doctor get paid the same as an engineer of, I don't know, computers. It gets paid the same, and it's not okay to do so because they are only poor. Like if I got 5 pesos for the day, all the people around me got screwed because they got paid also 5 pesos at the day. Well, that's for me, communism and capitalism.